Hi folks, this is question 6. So this is factor theorem really. So if x minus 4 is a factor, well then x is equal to 4 is a solution. So 4 is a solution. So 4 should go into that and then it be equal to 0. So x squared minus bx minus 12. If I put a 4 in, 4 squared minus b times 4 minus 12, that should be equal to 0 if it's a solution. So 16 minus 4b, so there should be a plus, I don't know why I put a minus in there, minus 12 is equal to 0. Bring over the 16 and the 12, so we get 4b is equal to minus 4, so we get b is equal to minus 1. b is minus 1 there. Right, so part B, we're given f of x is e to the power 9x and g of x is ln root x. So first part we just have to put in 1.2 in instead of x, so in the f of x function, so it's e to the power of 1.2 times 9 and what you get there, we're not finished yet, what you get is, when you put in the calculator, is 4 902 0.80114. That's in the calculator. Now they want us to round it off to one decimal place, so well, it needs to be in this form as well, so that's standard form or scientific notation. So I'm going to change this number into a number between 1 and 10, so that would be just 4.902080114, but because we're rounding it to one decimal place, I just need to leave it as 4.9 and then times 10 to the power of, and we see how many places we moved the decimal point. So we moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, we moved it in there. So it's to the power of 4. Right, next part, find the value of x for which g of x is equal to 3.5. So we're going to let g of x then be equal to 3.5. So that's ln of root x is equal to 3.5. So there's a couple of ways you could go about it. I'm going to change, so that into x to the power of a half first of all is equal to 3.5. Then one of the rules of logs is that I can put the half out in front here. ln x is equal to 3.5, and then I can bring the half over and divide it, and that will turn that into a 7 equals ln x. Now the way to get rid of ln x is to raise everything to the power to e, so e to the power of ln x is equal to e to the power of 7, and that actually cancels out the e and the ln, so that's, we're just left with x then, and that should be equal to e to the power of 7. Alright, so write the function g of f of x in terms of x. So g of f of x means we're putting the function f of x into the g of x function. So I'm basically, I'm taking the e to the 9x and I'm putting it in instead of x in there, and that will just give me ln e to the 9x. Sorry, it's going to be root e to the 9x because the root is in there. Right. Again, I'm going to simplify it now. So ln e to, and then to the power of 9x, but then I'm going to put it to the power of a half because I'm just thinking the square root is the same thing as to the power of a half. Then if I multiply 9x by a half, I'm just going to get ln e to the power of 9x over 2. And then the ln and e then, they're going to cancel out again. So remember, ln is just the same thing as log to base e here. So obviously log e to base e is just going to be 1. So anything when it has the same base as the number there, it has to be 1. Now what I should do really here first is to put down 9x over 2 in front. The same rule as I used up above. And then, because what I was saying up there, that thing there is 1, so then we're just left with 9x over 2. And that's all we had to do for that question.